Just want to talk to the ladies. All right. So, the question today is going to be: if a man can't plan a date, he can't plan a future. We want to hear from the ladies. I want to know y'all opinions on that. Could that be entirely correct? If a man can't plan a date, he can't plan a future. How many women feel like that? The dating game has been getting very, very different. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When we pick somewhere to go or we plan something, the woman don't necessarily want to do that. You know what I mean? It's you really just want quality time to spend with this person to know and be comfortable with. You know what I mean? The date is just a plus. Like y'all just happen to go to like some nice restaurant. Somewhere you never been and he never been. And you know what? Y'all in the area right there on a meet and greet or whatever, or the times that y'all hang out. I just go random places. You know what I mean? At random times. Some people be like, "Well, I want you to plan a date, and y'all might have did something sporadic or just for the moment went to breakfast and stuff like that." But it's like, okay, is it a date or isn't it a date? So it's real interesting out there in the dating world, and I want to talk to those people that's been in the dating world lately. What's your thoughts on a man planning a date? First of all, ladies, we don't know where you want to go. You know what I mean? We don't know where you want to go, so we invite you out. Hey, let's go here. No, I don't like that place. That's not my favorite place. What we'll do is we're gonna go to this message real quick.
Ooh, this is a super interesting talk. I love this. Such a prevalent problem. I think that both partners should plan dates, but I agree. If he can't plan a date, he can't plan the future. Agreed. It takes such little effort to try to do something, even free. In this day and age of information, it is so easy to find a date. Now, do you have a partner who's willing to go on any date with you? That's the question. Because your partner has to be willing to be on board with the mission, regardless of what it is. If you're not on the same page, you will fail every single time. It's like trying to drive a car down the street with the wheels going in two different directions. Eventually, that axle, that yoke, is going to separate. Be equally yoked with your partner.
I like that. I like that. You know what I mean? Thank you. We got one more from Kanaka. Who just joined. You know what I mean? Let's see what Kanaka got to say here.
Shout out to First Fam Chill.
Shout out to First Fam Chill.
And shout out to the listeners, KD Wild.
Shout out to the listeners, KD Wild.
Much love and aloha.
Appreciate y'all. Much love, man. Really appreciate that. Yes, going back to KD Wild, I gotta say, I agree with you. This is a very, very prevalent topic because I think a lot of people misconstrue their partner or what they're dating for. Some people go out on dates, to just really pick your brain and see if, hey, I mean, can this person really, be the one? Or sometimes you can just meet up somewhere free, like you mentioned. There's no pressure on each other. We can just sit there and talk, get to know each other. I don't think personally that if he can't plan a date, that he's not going to be able to plan a future because it takes two to be able to plan. You know what I mean? Um, he might not be a good guy, a good person at planning a date, but he could do everything else. And if you're a power couple, you pick up where he missed out, or he picks up what you're missing, or whatever, vice versa. But let me go to this message right here from.
Hey, First Fam Chill. I actually agree. If at speaking as a man, I like to plan a date because it shows a woman that you could plan for the future too.
Agree. I'm with you on that, brother. Katie.
I agree, but I think that if he's not willing to put the effort into trying to learn how to plan a date, how the hell is he ever going to level up, you know?
That's a good point right there. I think the most part is just really just like keeping being consistent with it is the problem. You know, a guy might like, well, you know, we do go out, and you be like, we never go out, or we haven't been out in a while, and that becomes like an issue where y'all bickering back and forth. And it's like, you know, I just want your attention. You work so much, and so we all go back and forth with it, as a couple. But depending on the guy, you'll know who could plan for the future with you, even if he's not planning a date. Someone was like, oh well, I could plan that stuff myself, take myself out. You know, but it's no right or wrong answer here, in my opinion. But it's real. I'm gonna go back to you, Katie. I see you just dropped another note on us.
So I just had this conversation with my partner recently, and we've been together 5 years. I said, you should be chasing me like you were chasing me when you were trying to get my attention. You should never stop. Whatever it was that you were doing to win the person over, that shouldn't have been a facade. That needs to be you. So if you gave them, let's say that you guys went on a walk once a week, and now you're 5 years deep and you're not doing that anymore, you need to keep that spirit alive and continue to try to get to know your partner, because people change. And not making an effort and becoming lazy, and yes, I'm going to call it for what it is, laziness in a relationship, lack of effort in a relationship, is a surefire way to kill that relationship. There's some people that have lost some really good once-in-a-lifetime human beings over being lazy. And so it's really a question, how much does it matter to you that this relationship survives? And if you're not that invested, why are you even holding on to it at that point? Don't be wasting nobody's time now. And I'm not saying you, sir, waste people's time. I'm speaking to the audience. Don't waste people's time. If you're not invested and you're not ready, willing, and able to keep up that act, if that's what you have to do to get someone's attention, don't entertain people to begin with.
Don't waste people's time. And I don't think, even if it's lazy, let's just say you got a partner, like you said, 5 years in, he does get lazy, but he does every once in a while go out, or he plans something or attempts to, and you might just be too busy at the moment, or you might be caught up with something like, oh, well, not today because I got this coming up. Can we reschedule? You don't know how that may affect him, and he's like, well, I tried. At least she should be able to see I tried. So I'm gonna go back to being lax until she lets me know she wants to go on a date. Because after we got the girl, most men think, hey, she'll let me know when she wants to go on a date. I shouldn't have to really surprise her all the time. I'll just surprise her on Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and Christmas. And, just because I love her. It becomes a seasonal, celebration of the person you involved with or you chose. But I'm definitely with you, KD. Think it's dope that, we having this discussion. I see people coming in and out. Make sure y'all drop a note. We want to hear from y'all. We want to see what y'all opinions is. We're not being biased towards either side. We just having a conversation. Yeah, so, moving right along. But let's go to this message, KD. You just dropped me another one. Let's see what you got to say here.
Absolutely. And, it's the people that make an effort. That's the whole point here. Make an effort. I'm not talking to you that way again, to the audience. The person who thinks that they're cool just not trying. Make an effort, damn it. Or don't complain when your relationship falls apart. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. If you're not trying, keep it moving. Let that person find their happiness. Why are you hoarding somebody that you're not willing to perform for? And we're not just talking about performative love. We're talking about genuine love. Don't waste people's time.
Real talk. Don't waste people's time, And shout out to you, KD, for, dropping that knowledge on them right there. Because people's time is short. And you don't know how long you have a person for either. Anything can happen. So even if you don't go out nowhere expensive or anything, if it's about money and expenses, find out who your partner is and what she enjoy doing for self-care. That's dope to go with her, pamper her, take her to go get her nails done and sit in there with her and, just love on her. You know what I'm saying? Try to improvise. I think that's what it's called, improvise, right? Right, KD? I think we gotta improvise for the women right now and try to heal them and let them know, like, look, I ain't trying to be a dick, but if a man can't plan a date, he can't plan a future. I think a lot of women right now would agree with this, fellas. I think we kind of letting them down in that department. But this carries over into another conversation that I might have to do another episode on. But I would love to hear from all of you ladies. Wherever you're from, just tap in. We're gonna open up the chat, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I agree. Yes, improvisation is so important. And make no mistake, a date doesn't have to cost money. If you're driving and you go through a state park or a scenic area and you see a pretty beach with a tree, bro, go grab a blanket from home, make a few sandwiches, grab a bottle of juice out of the fridge and some fancy wine glasses and a candle. Clear your schedule. Find somebody to watch the kids. Surprise her. Tell her I got some planned. Get in the vehicle. And go take time. Bring a board game. Bring cards. That's free. And it means a lot because you thought about that person. You planned it. That kind of stuff means a lot. And here's the thing. To avoid the gold digger, do this. Pick up the person who already has their own bag. Who don't care about your money. Don't ever date somebody that's going to suck you dry if you're...
I like that. I like that, KD. You gotta continue that one right there. Now we understand that those type of people are out there. But what KD said is right, improvise, be prepared to improvise. You know what I mean? If y'all not saying eye to eye, y'all can't talk, improvise. You know what I mean? Let her know you care and you're trying. That improvisation goes a long way. But like KD said, don't let nobody try to suck you dry. Get somebody that got their own bag. Get you a woman that got her own bag. She don't care about your money. She just wants your time. You know what I mean? We're the ladies that just want the time. We don't care about none of that other stuff. She just wants the time. Where are those ladies at right now? Shout out to the brother that just joined this mindset right here. Shout out to Mindset for just joining us. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talking about today. If a man can't plan a date, he can't plan a future. But ladies, does this man have a choice? I gotta be devil's advocate right here. Does that man have a choice? And we got a message right here. KD.
Don't ever date somebody that's going to suck you dry of your resources. There's no excuse for it. There's too many amazing people out here just waiting for somebody like you to walk into their life. But here's the deal. Don't be the leech yourself either. Nobody likes a freeloader. And there is no free lunch in this world. Somebody's got to pick up that tab. So have something to bring to the table. Power couple, 70-30. When you only have 30, when you're tired, when you're sore, when you're broke down, when you're ready to toss in the towel and give up, I've got your 70. I'm here. I'm bringing what you need and more to the table. And that's how a true, solid, healthy relationship works.
I do want to put this out there too. Is when you're at 70 and he's at 30, like she got your back. And then vice versa. When she's at 20 and you at 80, you know what I mean? You got her. You know what I'm saying? And it goes, back and forth like that if y'all really on the same page. Now, that's people who just date to just be dating. You know what I mean? To see what they can get. You know what I mean? We understand that those people are out there. And also, we all traumatized. So when we come into, this new dating world, we come in traumatized and we're like, all right, I can't fall for that shit again. You know what I mean? I think both people are at that point. So it's a woman who's waiting to be shown some things, and it's a man that's traumatized who's like, I want to show you these things, but I got to be sure you worth showing them to, or you know what I mean, taking you out on a date and you know, uh, trying to see what your interests are. You know what I mean? Because some women who just want to go on a date, they might just want to go eat, and then they're gonna go on another date right after that with someone else, and they might go do something else. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? I just want to open the platform up to everybody that's listening, wherever you at. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic right here. You know what I'm saying? And this is actually a good topic in many ways because there are women who was like, yeah, girl, you know what I mean? You know, he can't plan the future, but and I got my own everything. I don't need him for anything. You know, and this don't matter with race. This affects everybody as a whole. This ain't got nothing to do with race, demographic. Everybody suffers from this right here. Every man, don't matter if you white, black, Chinese, whatever. You know what I mean? Everybody suffers from this right here. There is somewhere there is a Chinese lazy man who can't plan a date. His woman probably don't think he could plan the future. But then let's give it up for all the down ass females out there who've been with you since you ain't had shit. Let's give it up to them right now. They had to deal with a man from ground zero. Ground zero, nothing. It wasn't too many dates. They was on work dates. You ever been on a work date? That's the lunch break. And I just picked something up from the local area store, and we sitting there, we get to know each other that way because we don't got the time to be wasting. You know, I'm just putting that out there. You know, shout out to them. But also, you know, we got to be mindful of, you know, making sure she knows she's worth every bit of what y'all doing. It's people who, shout out to people who sacrifice that. You know what I mean? Like, knowing that they might not go on certain, you know, excursions and dates and things like that. You might get the man, he can take you out to eat and stuff like that, but he can't take you out the country. Shout out to the women who stick by those guys. That means she love your ass. I'm just saying. You know, but you know, the women who has their preference and deserves to be treated a certain way, they understand, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm not asking for you to kill yourself. I'm just asking for you to just like, yo, show me you want me, like, keep wanting me, like KD said. Like, don't start some shit. What they say, KD, don't introduce me to a vibe that you can't maintain. Let's give a round of applause for that. Because the same thing. Because the same thing applies to the female in regards to us. Don't introduce a man like me to a vibe that you can't maintain, baby. So if you come to the door taking care of me and saying you love me, continue to love me. And that's all I'm saying, you know what I mean? But it is important for a man to plan a date or show her you got some skills and validating her emotion, her feeling, you know what I mean? Don't take her to the movie theater and eat nachos or popcorn and watch a movie and think that I got her. This is it for the rest of my life. Show on every level. Every level you go up, you should do something on a level of going up for your woman. You know what I mean? Now, if you got a woman who's by your side and she know later on it's gonna come because she believe in you. Like I said, the ground zero women. When you was shooting in the gym women that been there, shouts out to them. You know what I mean? You know. So I'm all about, you know what I mean, just positive energy over here. You know what I mean? I thank y'all for coming on the platform, you know what I mean, and just checking it out. You know what I'm saying? And we got one more from KD.
On everything, though, because that's called wearing a mask. That's called being fake. That's called selling somebody a dream that you're never going to deliver on. That's manipulation. Don't be manipulative. I mean, and honestly, why would you want to be with somebody that's only with you because you, like, pulled one over on them and manipulated them? You know what I mean? Like, why not be with somebody that sees you as you are and is like, I love you, all of you. I love all of
Facts.
you. I love the good and the bad. Just be real. Just be real. Like, you really don't have to lie to kick it. And that's what a lot of people don't
Facts.
understand. And that's not just in romance either. That's in real life. It's such a hard concept for people to grasp, but I just don't understand why it's such a hard concept to understand. Is it a pride thing? What are your thoughts on that?
Facts. Thanks for that, Katie. Round of applause for Katie. Yeah, real shit. You know what I mean? And just for y'all who hasn't tuned in, you know what I mean? Y'all might have missed this conversation, but I really do this podcast and radio stuff, so y'all can check us out on Instagram, our website, www.firstfanradio.com, Instagram as well, YouTube. But this episode will be available, but I will be doing a part two. I got to come in here and I got to hear from everybody from wherever. I think I picked the wrong time to come on, maybe. You know what I mean? But I do appreciate you, KD, for joining me, and you're always welcome to join me if you catch me on. Shout out to all of the listeners who came in and probably heard a few minutes, and then they had to get back to work. Appreciate y'all for just giving us a few minutes of your time, even if it's 1, 2, even a millisecond. We appreciate it. You know what I mean? I'm about to run, but like I said, y'all can catch this episode tonight on First Fan Radio. It's gonna be on Instagram everywhere. You know what I mean? That you can live stream and view it. I see we got somebody just joined us. Melanated Vixen. Now, look, I was just about to sign off, but since you came here, if you got anything for me in regards to this topic, man, I would love to hear a message from you, sister. We really, and I gave you a follow, so don't run away, please. Please don't run away. Give a round of applause for Melanated Vixen. Yeah. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. You know what I mean? And in case you missed what we were talking about, the topic is there. If a man can't plan a date, he can't plan a future. What are your thoughts? Maybe you have an experience that you would share with us that, you're like, you know what? I was with my man from Ground Zero. We was just talking about Ground Zero women who shooting at the gym with you when nobody else was there. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't have time for face, but y'all made time for each other in that gym. Thank you, Melanated Vixen. What you got to say, baby?
I wholeheartedly agree, and I'm sorry for all the sounds because I'm on my way to work right now. But I wholeheartedly agree. If you can't plan a date, you can't plan my future with you. You can't. I expect you to plan the date. No matter what the date is, I expect you to plan the date. And if you can't do that, or if you're not let to do that, then no, there's no way you can plan your future, your life, your family.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with you on that, KD.
Hey, man, thanks so much for having me in your listeners today, and I guess speaking to me and parlaying with me here for a bit. Great topic, great conversation. I feel like I learned so much from you and from the other parts of the audience. I was thankful to be able to have the opportunity to share some wisdom that I've personally gained through experience. Users can do what they want with the information, and I wish them the most happiness, success, and prosperity in their life, whatever that looks like.
Appreciate both of you. I appreciate both of y'all. I really do. You know what I mean? And like I said, this is going to be available, you know what I mean, on all my social platforms as the topic stands here. I know you on your way to work, whatever you guys got to do. I want to wish y'all the best day that y'all can possibly have today on a Friday. Be safe, peace, love, and happiness. I'm going to take one more from you, KD, before we roll out.
Yes! Oh my God, Amanda's beautiful as her beautiful face. Miss Melanated Vixen for the win, baby. The MVP. Listen, she's got a fucking point, just like I said before. And honestly, she led me to think about something else too. It's all about your confidence and your ability to lead.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm glad she said that. You know what I mean? Because there's not enough leaders out there to lead women. A lot of women are independent. You know what I mean? Shout out to the independent woman. She's independent for a reason. She's independent for a reason.